on? It's Go JJ Go. Y'all see I have glasses on, I have a vibe going on because I know we've been a little bit more serious with the forward focuses and we've been bringing y'all all kind of information you need to know, global, politics, different awareness months, everything super serious but super necessary for our community. We've been bringing it to you today. This interview doesn't mean any, I'm just playing, I'm just playing. No. So today we wanted to get back to the art. So we have brought you a couple artists, a couple fashion designers, and today we have incredible, you know what, I was gonna say Houston independent art. You know what do you even label yourself? So let me just tell you, this is Dende. So first of all, y'all clap. I don't want to just give him an interview like introduction like that. Y'all clap it up for Dende. You got to clap too, because it's...
I was already clapping myself.
Okay, cool. Clap for... Okay, so today we bring you multi-talented writer, producer, vocalist. People call you a rapper.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
I don't think they should be doing that.
I'm just going to say multi-talented writer, producer, visionary. All right, let me take the glasses off so I can actually see what's going on in this interview. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know about Dende and you live in Houston, Texas, shame on you. If you are outside of the state and you are just getting to know him, you better get on the bandwagon because it's getting full. Dende, for those that don't know anything about your music career, before we get into how you got here, tell us some of the highlights of you as an artist. You just make me laugh.
I would say, what? I do that.
Like some things you've been able to do, like anything that has been successful as a are you an independent artist or like as a artist that has been homegrown from Houston?
I feel like some of the coolest things that have happened for me in recent history is doing a festival, my first festival ever in Atlanta called R&B Only Fest, and I opened for Erykah Badu, Ty Dolla $ign's Wale.
Hold on, don't run past that because check it out. As a songwriter, as a performer, as a vocalist, to be able to open up for name the people: Erykah Badu, Ty Dolla
$ign's, Wale, Lucky Day, Miguel,
and JJ. So before we all of the artists. So, someone who is a dreamer, and you're originally from where?
I grew up in Katy, Texas.
Oh, interview. Thank y'all so much for joining us for Forward Focus. We are out of plan.
That's insane.
So Texas native, Katy, H-Town native. So from being right here in Texas to opening up for some of the biggest acts in the universe, how?
A whole lot of perseverance, a whole lot of no's, and even more losses.
Man.
It's really just, it kind of took me a delusional amount of self-confidence.
Okay. Right. Oh, you know what? I like that you said delusional amount of self-confidence. A lot of artists, we are not always in one type of mind state, right? And usually a lot of artists have turned to art to be able to express, whether it be from trauma, not having a voice in other areas. Like usually artists are not just like one layer, usually. So you said a delusional amount of self-confidence?
Like to the point where it's like 5 people are listening to my music or 5 people are coming to a show and I'm just like, no, I'm gonna be one of the biggest artists
oh my gosh.
ever.
So even before it looks like you opening up for Erykah Badu, even before it looks like you on these festival stages, you still, whether it's 2 people in the room or 2,000, you still telling yourself, no, I got it, I'm him.
I'm already better than a lot of people is what I'm saying in my head.
That's what you tell yourself.
I'm already better than all of these people,
So you started off as a dreamer and then you had no hardships, you had no hard days, and you were just able to monetize your music, you were able to live your dream, and that it was you had no struggle.
Nah, that's cap. I had to work.
Big cap.
I had to work a bunch of jobs that I didn't want to work. I had to do a bunch of stuff I didn't want to do, like pay to perform.
What was the biggest, what was the top top 3 things that almost broke you as an artist? Now, you mentioned one right there. When you're an artist and you have like showcases and different people saying you can get in front of me, but you got to pay for a slot.
Insane.
That do something to you as an artist. Like, that's one. What's something else? Like, was you having to work? What is it? Knowing what your music is, knowing the pending conversations or the deals or the opportunities that are coming up, but you still got to clock in to a 9 to 5 that is not aligned with your God-given talent or your purpose? What does that feel like?
It feels like because most of my jobs were like service, so it feels like when people are talking to you a certain type of way,
oh, man.
it's like, you don't even know who I am. Like, that's a feeling that doesn't feel good.
Yeah, right. It's a feeling of, man, like I'm here and you are throwing a drink at me or cussing me out about something, and you're like, man, I actually create beautiful things too.
I shouldn't be here.
I shouldn't be here.
It's just that feeling, but it's also, I don't know, it's also, you kind of can't move forward if you're like just focused on pride. A lot of people, if you do have a resource to like lean on someone else, it's helpful. Like I can lean on my parents if I need help.
You can.
I can lean on somebody. Like a lot of people try to want to like, I got it by myself and not the mud. Most people don't do anything by themselves.
Got you.
So like you kind of have to get rid of that pride.
Get rid of that pride. What's that balance? What does that balance look like? Because you can't just be an amazing artist and just stop going to work. like when do you know? Like because I mean we getting older. You know, JJ 21, then they a little bit older than me. So we
That's cap.
big cap. we are as we get, when I say older, I mean if you don't live under the roof of like, if you pay any bills, then you have to balance what that looks like. So at what point is it like, okay, I go from, different artists make that leap at different times, right? When, you know, I know we can never tell you what to do on your path, right? You know, and this is not just if you are a writer or a singer or a vocalist. This could be starting your business. It could be going back to school. It could be anything in the entrepreneur. I hate that word. It's hard
I like
at the
it.
end.
It's a good word.
At the end, any building your dream platform, not just in the arts. There's always a balance of my day job and like my daydream, you know, type thing. When do you jump?
I say don't jump without an actual plan. I jumped prematurely, but it ended up working out. That's not always the case.
It just worked out for you.
Yeah, it's not always the case. Like,
okay.
You should not. I understand wanting to be like, no, I'm just gonna go full force and do this thing because this is what I'm called to do.
Right.
But like sometimes that's just not feasible, and if you do that, you're gonna put yourself in a bad situation.
Got you. Okay, so let's talk about support. A lot of artists do not ask for support and community. What does that balance look like with support? Is it you just kind of be realistic about having a home team and have people that really believe in you and rock with you? Like because you can't have too many people in there. So what does that look like as far as like carrying you through?
So me in general, I have a team. My management group is CXR, so we have a core group of people that kind of do things to help me out in my career.
Right.
But also help can be literally just asking somebody else in the industry that knows something for advice, or just asking if they can help you with something. Because my thing is, closed mouths don't get fed.
Right.
Worst thing somebody can say to you is no. So if you're too prideful to ask for something, then you're never gonna get anything done.
Oh, I love that. So collaboration. How do you? So at the stage you are now, where you have a lot of people seeking after you, you had a song, You Can't Have My Phone Number. That was something different. But even before this level in the game, your time is so precious. Your who you collaborate with is so precious. Like you only, especially if you're juggling life and family and love and just anything that humans have to juggle, plus creativity, income, all of that. How do you decide how you collaborate and when you collaborate?
I'm just now getting good at saying no. I'm gonna be honest with you, because before it's just
like
I can do anything and everything, and I got it. But at a certain point, it's just like you can't attach your name to certain things, or you can't put if it's music wise specifically, because that's what I do.
Right.
You can't put a verse on everything because it just doesn't make sense.
So it's what aligns with your the direction you're going in, your integrity, whoever you are as a brand, as an artist, who you are, it has to make sense.
No, for sure.
So you've been able to monetize your writing, your performing, you've been able to travel, you've been able to collaborate, you've been able to open up for some of the biggest names. You just did and you're still doing shows in and outside of Houston. You just did one. You just opened up for somebody pretty cool just this past weekend.
Yeah, I opened up for Fabo at House of Blues.
Oh, I know Fabo. Oh, for Laffy Taffy. Bum, bum, bum.
Sheesh.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum. Fabo was hot.
Not that person.
Not D4L.
That would be insane if I was
If you open for Fabo, please take me because
going up there and saying R&B and
For
then you up there
Fabo?
did Laffy Taffy. It's insane.
that would be super wild. So you still get to actively perform. That show was incredible, by the way. It was insane. For anybody that's checking out this Forward Focus right now and have any other just interest of checking out your career, I know you have something going on in December. What can we expect in December?
Most likely some new music.
Some new music. If they don't have the, I don't want to say old music, if they don't have the current music, where can they go to get it?
You can go to my website at imdende.com. You can go to any of my social medias. I am Dende on Instagram and Dende is me on Twitter.
Okay, and so we are for sure getting some in December, or just look out during the holiday season.
Look out for something.
You said just look out for something.
Something's happening.
Thank you for giving us the insight. Several entrepreneurs, if you could leave us with one thing for the dreamer who has not been able to, they've been able to create, but they can't monetize it, they can't push it forward. Should they first check to see if it's even, how do you check to see if your stuff is trash?
So one thing that I did was, instead of just letting my friends listen to things, because your friends tend to be on your side, letting strangers, if what you're doing is music, because I can talk about music, letting strangers listen to it. And if strangers are like, I don't know about this, then
your
maybe
friends,
you gotta
your friends are
reevaluate
gonna love you and hype you through it.
Facts.
And that can apply to any area of business. Don't just show your painting to your people. Don't just show, and of course, art is art. When you're trying to monetize it, it needs to make sense business-wise too, right? Y'all, this has been your Forward Focus. Hey, all of my entrepreneurs, all of my dreamers, Dende from your city from Katy, from close to your city, has been able to make the dream come true, has been able to monetize, taking just something creative and turn it into a whole career. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I am Big JJ, and this is Forward. Peace. What's the